Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to go over Shiva, being Shiva. I am Shiva, right? So I'm going to get into this. Shiva is me. I'm going to go into who Shiva is in depth, maybe get into philosophy, experience, and enjoying life. So let's get into this. Also the divine. Right, so let's get into this. So Shiva is, if you do not know who Shiva is a Hindu god. He is the Hindu god of destruction, and Shiva is, his name translates to that which is not, because he was able to transcend the ego. Shiva Shakti. Shakti is the feminine principle, which is bodiless, right? Spirit without body. Shiva would be the body, right? So coming to conjoin the two polarities of energy, the opposites, the feminine and the masculine, allows you to transcend into pure consciousness, universal consciousness, right? So anybody who is within that is Shiva. Everybody is Shiva, because Shiva doesn't exist. So Shiva, you can connect yourself with Shiva, right? All you got to do is chant. You chant Om Namah Shivaya, right? This is inviting in Shiva, or bringing in presence, right? You can do that. You can meditate. Shiva is the god of meditation, because he does yoga all day. You can get high. You can do psychedelics. Shiva loves psychedelics. You can smoke weed. You can do any psychedelic. Shiva loves any of them, right? Shiva is completely universal, because he's not a body, or he is not the body, or he is the universal body. He is able to dilute or dissolve away completely into the universal consciousness. And you could come into that same state of awareness. You could come into Shiva if you just connect yourself with Shiva, right? Beyond any religion. It doesn't have to be connected to any religion or anything, because Shiva is just a person, or a being. Shiva is a being, actually. So you don't have to get any religions tied into it. And you can still dissolve into Shiva as Shiva, because there's no separation. This makes everybody Shiva, God, a God. And the more that you get lost in Shiva, you can come to that self-realized state, a state of enlightenment. He will give you the experience, because this is the nature of things, right? Plenty of experience. I've had plenty of experience of Shiva through psychedelics, through yoga, and meditations, which is yoga. So deepening that experience throughout the life is conjoining the opposites of energies, right? It's a very simple thing, because it's a simplification. Shiva's the god of destruction because he destroys who you are. He'll kill you completely. He'll give you the experience of death if you ask for it, or he'll just give it to you auspicious. It's gifted to you, right? But the ego of death, once he kills you off, you understand that there's no death. The death is of the ego, and the ego is only an illusion. That's why he's the destroyer. He destroys who you are. He can destroy the entire universe because the universal axis is you. You are the axis of the universe. You're giving rise to the universe, so you can destroy the universe. This makes you Shiva. And you actually have this power to be able to destroy the physical universe. The deeper you go into consciousness, because all conceptualization ceases, comes to cessation. This means that it's destroyed completely. So expanding into higher dimensions allows you to come into a dimensionlessness, the void, which is synonymous with dissolving into the universal mind, which is universal consciousness. So you got to fall into the void. And Shiva will do this for you. He'll kill you in the void. But you got to allow it. You got to connect with him. You can do whatever is comfortable for you to connect with him. You can do whatever is uncomfortable for you to connect with him. You can do anything to connect with him. Because Shiva is everything, but nothing at the same time because he doesn't exist. So the being of Shiva, connect with it. The presence is here. Come into the present moment and be here now and dissolve away into it. Immersify yourself experientially. He likes experience, right? So you got to experience. He likes the saturated experience, the highest definition, until it's no longer able to sustain itself, right? Because it's destroyed within itself. Enjoy it. Enjoy the present moment. That's how you can connect yourself with Shiva. Unionize. Align yourself with the universe. And Shiva is somebody that you're going to meet inevitably. Because he's our family, or he's part of our family. Who's we is just all one being. We were created by Shiva. That's why he's a god, because he created us. And there's a whole science of it. You can get into the science of it. But if you don't, and if you just want to keep it simple, then you go about it poetically. But Shiva is an actual being who did create us. He's immortal. He doesn't die. He can't die. But he can, and that's why he's immortal. Because he's beyond death. Because he willingly allows himself to die. Over and over and over and over. Until death is no longer a threat to him, because it doesn't exist. So you can also do this. You can follow Shiva. You can be a follower. You can be a devotee. You can devote yourself to Shiva. and you can connect with them, deepen the relationship in that way. It's very powerful. It would give you experience beyond the mundane, right? There's something that has happened. We've fallen into mundane experience. The normal fixation of consciousness, quote unquote, the normal state of consciousness that society has regularized, meaning society has made it the regular or the normal to be in a certain state of awareness where things are very mundane and there's no definition. It's a very low definition to experience, like 180p to or 240p to to the 2100, right, whatever it is, the highest, and then even higher than that. And then getting even higher than that is getting into the deeper dimensions where life, conceptual reality, completely dissolves away into nothingness. And the physical experience completely changes. He can give you these experiences if you just connect yourself with him. He's giving them free. You don't have to pay a single thing. You can if you want to, but you don't have to, because it's free. Everything is free, because that's life. Life is free. And the gods know this. This is why they're gods. We're slaves, or we're living like slaves, because we've fallen into that trap, right, of begging, things like this. So we're mortal because we allow ourselves to be. But anytime that you want to go into that, you can experience the immortality. There are sciences behind physical immortality. You just got to be able to follow through with them wholeheartedly, or you got to do that until there's no more core left, because you would have died a long time ago and dissolved away into eternal life, which is Shiva, de-destruction. It's an aspect of nature. It's a force. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be multiple people, but it's an aspect of nature. It's a force, the destructive aspect. Everything is destroyed into nothingness at the end, and then it's renewed, recreated, right? And then it cycles. Shiva will send you on trips. Get into that, because it's a wavelength. It's unconditional. It's unconditional love. No hatred. And you can allow that unconditional love to kill you off without a single hatred involved, or without hatred involved, because there is no hatred. It's pure love, pure consciousness, pure bliss, right? So enjoy the life. Most simplest way to connect to Shiva. You don't even have to use the name Shiva, and you will still be connecting with Shiva, because Shiva is an aspect of nature. That means everybody is Shiva, because you are nature, and you are that aspect of nature. You don't have to know anything about Shiva, and you're still going to be connected to him. But you can deepen that connection, and you can experience Shiva on a very deep level, which is what you really want to do to expand your awareness and beyond the physical body. You don't want to fixate to the physical body, because the experience of the physical is mundane. It's low definition. You can go into higher and higher definitions. Shiva loves meditation, right? Try meditation. Take a psychedelic if you feel comfortable with this. Shiva will be there within the peaks of the trip, right? So listen to the music of nature. This is a meditation in itself. Just sit and listen. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to sit down. You can if you want. But just listen to the music of nature, to the wind, listen to the trees rustling, listen to the birds singing, listen to everything that's making the sound, and then fall into that harmonization. And the deeper that you're able to tune into that harmony, the deeper you're going to be able to entrance yourself into another dimension. I've done this plenty of times. Beyond the physical, easily. So just listen. That's all you gotta do. And enjoy it. Because life isn't, you don't take life serious. Never take life serious, because life is not serious things. It's not a serious thing. Life is eternal. Right, there's that quote that is, don't take seriously what the gods made for fun. Right, the gods created all this. They created the entire universe. It's just like creating a video game. Right, you create a video game, you play in the video game for 8 hours a day. You become the avatar within that video game. You take it seriously. You entangle yourself with it to an intense degree, and that video game becomes extremely real to you. This all it is. They created this video game that we got over entangled in as souls. I got over entangled with this avatar, right? This is just another avatar that was created for my soul to embody in order to work on this server which we're all collectively playing on. And the gods created the whole video game, the whole universe, right? They're beyond the universe. So don't take it seriously, because it's not serious. It's never serious. It's just a video game. It's just for fun. Right? Listen to my music. Dropping this music. It's Shiva. Learn how to visualize in connection with universal mind and come into a higher level. That's what's needed for everybody. Otherwise, things become dull. You become an animal. You devolve. Which you want to keep going as high as you can and into the realm of the gods, so that you can become a god yourself. There's no set amount of gods that can be. Anybody and everybody can become a god, because you are already a god. You just got to turn inward, transcend the body, come into a higher form of yourself, and experience the deification taking place, becoming a deity or a god, which is extremely sacred, beyond life. Being able to do things beyond the physical capabilities, all the physical capabilities that have been normalized and fixated and regularized are all part of the laws of physics, or at least connected to the laws of physics. The moment that you throw away the laws of physics as laws, which are lies, you can just fall into the transcendent, right? There is no physics. Physics was never a thing, and it still isn't. It's just so that they're using the laws like they use any of the law systems to control you, to keep you within a state of awareness. You know, like they made marijuana legal. This is just one of the most typical examples. They made marijuana illegal, and this is part of a law system, right? So that they can control awareness. They implicated the laws of physics so that they can control awareness, so that you can stay fixated to a physical state. But physicality is conceptualized, and conception doesn't exist, so you can dissolve into the void, the universal mind, and you can go beyond the laws of physics. There is no physics. This body doesn't exist. It's the universe talking through telepathy. Learn how to use your mind, and then go beyond the mind into consciousness, pure consciousness, and dissolve into Shiva, right? Destroy yourselves absolutely until there's nothing left, in whatever way you want to do it. Because any way is going to lead you to Shiva. Because that is Shiva, the aspect of destruction. That's going to be it for today's video. I do thank everybody for watching. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great evening.